Welcome, birdies, to another episode of Raven's Nest. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm Raven.
And
this
I'm
is
Raven.
Thanks for joining our flock. And today we will be discussing some messy tea relationship stuff.
All that toxic shit.
So, welcome to the flock. Let the birdies know who you be.
My name is Monique. I'm a big fan. I listen to y'all.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Definitely.
And girl, you got some tea. You got some tea. Some piping hot tea.
Been through it. Yes.
So what's the most toxic relationship you've ever been in?
You think I would learn, but
Sometimes we don't.
We all
Or
don't.
sometimes we gotta hit our head a couple of times.
do you want recent or do you want
I want the married guy.
married guy? Okay. Okay. So back in my 20s, you have fun. You do what you do.
Yeah.
I was in this little group where we got together, had fun, did grown folk things, and just left that there. We know what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
No strings attached,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I met a guy. Like I said, we know what it was. Come over, we go on by your day. So one day turned into 2 days, turned into 3 days. He was just kicking it all the time. So then feelings start to get attached. At some point feelings do come out. I don't care what nobody say. You do catch feelings.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, I'm really feeling him. I'm like, okay. Now, he only came over at night, which he worked down the street from me. So when he got for work, he'll just come over and we just left it at that. So further along, like I said, we in this little group where we all just on weekends get together, kick it, do things. So one of my homegirls at the time was like, he's married. I'm like,
I was just about to ask, like, did you know I had
because we don't, you don't have those discussions.
Conversations.
Yeah.
You know what it is, but it's a line you don't cross. You're not bringing them happy home if you're married, because there are some married people in the group. You let that be known, so just in case something come up,
Yeah,
you're aware.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, he didn't tell me that. We talk, pillow talk, whatever, but that did come up. So she was like, yeah. I was like, let me do my little research.
We know all of it.
Get on Facebook. Man, nothing.
What? Nothing was on Facebook?
No, but you gotta realize people got more than one pages.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, let me get on Instagram. Found his main page. Find the second page. Find the wife.
Yeah.
Happy little family. Because I already knew he had kids. So I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, he didn't tell me this. Because this was like 2-3 years prior. So I'm like, damn, 2-3 years and you out here doing this? But, okay. So I confronted him about it. I was like, why don't you tell me you were married? He was like, oh, we separated,
That's what they always say.
And right now we're just trying to work some things. But, I just come around for my kids, and I'm trying to leave. But, it's hard. So I'm like, okay, I understand. Kept messing around. I'm like, ugh. Then I get pregnant.
Oh, dang.
Get pregnant. Tell him about it. He's like, well, I take care of mine. We're just going to do what we do. Whoop the whoop. So I'm like, okay, Around this time, it's like 6 months going to a year in. And most of the time, he's spending his time with me. So I'm like, okay, hey. So 2 months in, I'm pregnant. He went to 2 appointments with me. Then after that, stopped hearing from him.
What? He went ghost?
He went ghost. So I'm texting him like, hey, what's going on? Nothing. Call him like, hey, what's going on? Nothing. And no, I'm not that girl to pull up to your job. But at this point, I'm pregnant.
At this point, I would have hit up the wife like, hey, I just wanted to let you know your kids have a sibling on the way.
Right. I would hit her up like, can you tell my baby daddy to got me?
So, no, like I said, I pull up to his job.
Our baby daddy.
And said, what's going on? He's like, nothing, I just been working, going through things. So I'm like, okay, so what we going to do? He's like, I'm going to still be there for you, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, not even, Then all of a sudden, I start getting phone calls. That ain't his baby.
From him?
From his wife?
It's just girls. Like when I confront him about it, it's like some girls texting me, calling me. They say you're his sister. They say you're your wife. He was like, no, they wouldn't do that. That's not them. That's not them. I'm like, well, somebody calling me.
Yeah, I'm not making these calls. I ain't calling myself.
And even at night, I hear people like knocking on my door.
What?
I hear my car alarm going off. It was just shit happening. But then you disappearing. So I'm like, shit not adding up. So finally, like you say, I did decide to message her. Was like, hey, I know it's so-and-so. I didn't know about you at first. He told me this is the deal. But hey, I'm pregnant. So we got to figure out something.
Yeah.
And then what tripped me out at this point, she wasn't even mad. She was like, oh, he do what he do. You're not the only one.
Oh, Lord. You ain't the only
Congratulations, join the club.
Oh.
And I'm like, join the club? She's like, yeah, I'm not the only baby mama. You would have been number 4.
Oh, all right now. Wife, you would look crack.
I was like, okay.
I actually have a question in regards to that, but keep going.
So then at that point, when I say sometimes God be knowing, and you sit there like, why me? Why this happened to me? You know, but because at this point, you know, I'm like, hey, put my big girl drawers on. We just want to take care of responsibility. I got one. It ain't nothing. So I'm at work, still getting texts and calls, trying to do my job, stressing out.
Damn.
Go to the restroom, had a miscarriage.
Oh.
And I'm calling him like, hey, I had a miscarriage. I'm going to go to the hospital. Meet me there.
Nothing. So you've never talked to him again?
He texted me like a couple of days later, was like, my bad, stupid shit. I was like, you know what, just forget it, leave it alone. I'm done with you, blocked him. Then he follows me on Snapchat. And then ever so often, because now he's on baby number 8.
Oh.
So then when I see, because he is a great father, despite all the dumb shit and who he is, he does take care of his kids. I give him that. But, like, he just had a baby number 8. And I was like, oh, she's cute, you know. So then he replies back, wonder what our baby would have looked like. All right.
That's horrible. Ugh.
Yeah. So, been there with miscarriages. So, my heart goes out to you because I know that ain't never easy. Even it's crazy because even with me having a miscarriage, I didn't even think I wanted a kid, and I was stressed finding out I was pregnant, and then having a miscarriage was like, okay.
Like, because you're not making that decision.
Exactly.
Like, it's like your body is making the decision for you, and that's not, I don't even know what I want, but don't make that.
Like again, even to me not knowing if I wanted another kid, it's like you said, I knew I had to put my big girl drawers on. Like, I know what it is. I know what time it is. Like, I already have kids. I know what I need to do. Like, so I of course, I'm trying to wrap my head around what I know I need to do. So, yeah, I mean, I know regardless of where you stood on it, or regardless of where he stood on it, I know it hurts.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to anyone that's dealt with it. So I'm going to jump into my first question, which wasn't my first question, but I'm going to take it there because of what you said. So the question is actually, would you ever consider a poly relationship? But before I get into that, I will say that's exactly what it sounds like they had. I personally have been in a poly relationship. I don't mind it. I don't care. I personally
What are
don't.
the pros and the cons to it?
So for me, and I really think
and both
this
of
has
y'all.
to be, I think this has to be kind of, your mindset kind of either already has to be like that, or you have to be open to the fact that for me, I don't attach sex to emotions. Like, that, they're completely separate to me. Ironically, I do attach kissing to emotions. Like, I don't kiss someone that I just I may, but it's very rare. I have to really really fuck with you to kiss you. But I don't feel the same way about sex. So, I mean, with that being said, I think that's what helps my mindset and what makes me able to be open to a poly relationship, because I don't look at it as like, oh, you had sex with them so you love them, or no, I honestly would probably get more mad about somebody like, you talked on the phone with this bitch for an hour? Like, nah. Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do this to me?
It's all three y'all always together, or do y'all separate? Because I don't know about time. Like, we can't spend time together. Then I'm like,
yeah, time is important to me. When I was in a poly relationship, like, we did all spend time together. We also spent time separately. They actually lived together. Me and him spent time together. Me and her kicked it, like, separately. So we all spent time together at times, all three of us, and then we did things separately as well. So that's definitely for me, and me also being bisexual. Like it definitely it's the best of both worlds. Like, so yeah, I mean that was definitely a pro for me. A con for me, same like in that relationship. I don't know if it's just harder going about it this way or if it was just my struggle in this actual relationship, but they were together 1st and there was jealousy. Like there was like, I mean, I wasn't jealous, but like there was like jealousy about just certain things, like certain stuff happening or certain like. Again, I actually think she kind of felt the same way about like not attaching sex to emotions, but it was more so like, me and him like loving each other and or saying we love each other and how quickly we said we love each other, like those things. And I'm like, okay, but y'all already love each other, so why it matter how quickly we said we love each other? Like,
do you know if they're still together?
They are.
Wow.
Shout
Do
out
they
to
still
y'all.
have other partners that come in?
I believe so. Like relationship wise, I don't think so. But yeah, you know they still have fun. So, but yeah, so yeah, shout out to y'all.
Okay.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. But yeah, so how do you feel about? Because as you said, you had this little group, y'all hung out, y'all on the weekends, or whatever, do grown fuck stuff. So how do you feel about an actual poly relationship?
I don't know about a relationship. If it's just fun time, then maybe. Then after that,
Yeah,
go separate ways.
I feel that.
Hey, fine. And,
I feel that because I'm gonna be real. When he brought it to me, I did not feel like he was like. He said something about. I was like, huh, I'm too selfish to be sharing my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
No, to be sharing my anybody, girlfriend, nigga, like what? No, no. Like again, I could do it sexually, but like, no.
Yeah.
No. You want me to share your heart? Like, nah, I can't do that. But I don't.
And how long did it last?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, but I mean, it lasted a pretty long time. I would say that. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, but yeah, I didn't think I could. I didn't think I could do it, but I'm the type of person. I'm not gonna knock it till I try it. Not everything, because some things I'm gonna knock it way before I try it. But for the most part, I don't knock it till I try it. So. And I think I recall him actually saying, like, didn't you say you don't knock it till you try it? And I was like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
right.
So when he said, I was like, you know what, you're right. I mean, he offers to take us, like, me and her on a date together. And I was like, I mean, shit, what can it hurt?
So what's the difference between just having a threesome and then having that?
Because
poly?
the goal is for all of us to be in love, all of us to be a couple. Like, of course, a threesome, like, we have a threesome and then bye. Like, well, I may hit you up when we want to do a threesome again, but there should be no attachment to that. Like, but again, a relationship is just that. It's a relationship. It's just an additional person. I mean, in a poly relationship, it's not always just one additional person. I've definitely seen it to where a couple can be married and there's the girl has a boyfriend and the guy has another girlfriend. Like, I've seen it in a lot of different ways, and it's whatever works for you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, Raven, how do you feel about it?
Couldn't do it. Me personally, like, I am jealous. I want you to have your attention on me, and I want my attention to be on you. I don't like that. Like, nah. Like, do you love this girl more? Do you think she's prettier? Like, do you like the sex better? Like, all of these things gonna go through my head, and I can't stop it. So, nah.
Yes, yeah.
So no,
like,
for me.
I thought I was gonna be like that until I actually tried it, and it was just like, oh, okay. Like,
So did you love the girl?
No, we didn't actually get to that point,
level,
but that was definitely the goal.
That's why I asked.
We went. There was actually problems before we got to that point. Me and him didn't know each other first. We talked more, and he always encouraged us. Like, have you talked to her? Like, talk to her. Like, reach out. He always encouraged us.
He was trying to help y'all build that relationship.
Yeah, and we did go hang out a few times together, but again, it didn't actually get to that point before before problems arose. So,
so it's mostly her who was
Because were they married? Are they married? Though they're just in a relationship. Yeah, she probably feeling like me. She probably just doing it to satisfy him. Like, okay, we could do it. Craig.
No, she definitely likes have. She
gonna stick up for her
fun.
girl.
She like having. Girl, I definitely was not the one that had any issues. I ain't had no problems with her. So, yeah, I can definitely vouch for the fact that she definitely loves to have her fun. Like, so it's not, I think she's more so on the line of like she'd rather just have threesomes versus
that's what I was getting at. I can see that.
I definitely feel like that, but
let's cut that off after that.
We never actually fully discussed this. I can't confirm, but that's just my opinion, just from
Was she pretty? Sometimes you know you be another pretty woman.
That's true too.
But I definitely, at the end of the day though, if I'm your girl too, like, what you get married for? Like,
just because I think, of course, we go through that rabbit hole. Like, yeah, we all together, but what if they bond gets stronger and then they decide to leave me and I'm all alone? Like, I mean, it could happen, you know.
Now, but at the end of the day, or anything set up.
No, honestly, the biggest rule for us was just really that we be open and honest with each other. Like, even if for our relationship, even if I wanted to talk to someone else, I had that freedom. I did also have to be. Okay. I just needed to be open about it. Like, and we definitely wanted to table a lot of conversations. Like, if there was something, whether let's say I wanted to have a whole boyfriend, I need to talk to them about it. We got to discuss it. Well, yeah, we definitely just had to, like I said, talk about whatever it was we were trying to do. And that's,
and see, that's important. Another thing too, because you're very independent. So I got to talk to you about me having a boyfriend, but you got a whole nother girlfriend. Like, why? No.
Yeah, I mean, but
I can't see that, you know.
But at the end of the day, it's still you have a whole nother girlfriend, but it's something we've already discussed.
I know.
So what's wrong with me discussing?
So, cause to me, why I gotta discuss with you, my boyfriend? Like, that's what I want. Like,
he's not hiding his girlfriend from me.
I know. Yeah. Like, so I'm not gonna discuss. I'll tell you. Oh yeah, I got a boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you say discuss, it's like, okay, so who is he? How do you know he's the right one for you? Because of course, like, you know.
Yeah, but again, in all honesty, the way our bond was, like the way how open we were with each other, before it even became a boyfriend, it would have already been somebody like, oh, I like this person. Oh, I've been texting this person. Like, it would have already been a discussion. It would have already kind of been on the table. It would have already been brought up. So, it wouldn't have been like a big surprise when it got to that point.
Yeah, I get you.
Moving on to the next question. Do you think you're toxic?
Ooh, me personally, I can be, honestly, in the smallest way. I ain't gonna say I'm big out here just doing it, but in a small way, yeah.
I definitely agree with that, honestly. I don't agree with the small way.
You deserve what you deserve. So if that makes me toxic, then
okay. I definitely can agree with that. As far as me, if I feel like I'm toxic, I definitely feel like I can be. Raven can vouch for the fact that I've grown a lot.
She has, true.
I used to be extremely, extremely toxic. I probably was the definition of toxic. However,
she was a heartbreaker.
But that's literally what she used to call me all the time. But did you have like the emoji next to my name? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So she saw her emoji. She was like, "Why do I have a broken heart next to my name?" I was like, "Cause you break hearts."
Yeah. So
she was like,
"Okay." Like, but I definitely have grown from that. It's crazy because one thing I actually just recently told my ex was that I was like, honestly, no matter what I've grown from, that's always still a part of me. It's a choice for me to I made different choices. I made a choice to be a better person. Mm-hmm. However,
that part is still in there.
It's still in there. Please don't bring it out of me.
Please.
Because, again, I fight it. I make a choice every day to not be toxic. Like, anytime something upsets me or somebody does something to hurt me, it's a choice that I make to say, like, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to retaliate. It's a choice I make every day to do something differently. Mm-hmm. However, you continue to hurt me. You continue to do things that I don't like. Like, there's only so much restraint I can have. Like, so
I gotta give you a lesson.
Exactly. Like, cause some people you can talk to them, and some people you just gotta show them. Mm-hmm. Like, some people you gotta take it there. So, with that being said, am I toxic currently? No. Can I be? Absolutely. So, I can be whatever you need me to be, baby.
The choice is yours.
Ray, do you think you're toxic?
Oh, I can definitely be. Like,
Scared the hell out of me.
I'm going to make you jump through certain hoops when I can make it easier just because I want to be petty. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes I'll say this, giving you a little bit when it's really, you know, all of that. Like, I can have toxic ways, but overall, no. You know, I can do some things, and I know I shouldn't.
Yeah.
So I said just a small, just a little bit.
Yeah, mine ain't a little bit, because I'm telling you, if I decide to be toxic,
Nah.
nigga, the whole volcano from the road. Like, no, I'm going to take it there. Like, it reminds me of this meme when they was like, she's not fragile, like, she's not fragile like a flower. She's fragile like a bomb. Like, yeah, that's all me.
I've never seen that. That's cute.
Girl, because it's me. Like, for real, because when I go there, it ain't no turning back. Whoa. And I'm telling you, you gonna be in the corner Googling how to fucking fix a broken heart. I promise you. Because I'm going to take it there.
Have you ever been the side chick willingly or unwillingly?
So we do know you unwillingly.
No, I can't say. Because, like I say, I'm selfish. I like my time. I like my communication. I like my consistency. So if I don't have that, then I ain't got time. Oh, I'm with her. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yes, both. I've been the side chick willingly and unwillingly. Especially after I got to a point when I really did not think I wanted to be with anybody else. This is actually right before the poly relationship, but I didn't think I wanted to be with nobody, and yeah, like, honestly, because of that, I was a side chick willingly. Like, you know, call me. I don't want to really text that much. Check in on me here and there.
So, like, I'm trying to think. So, because typically you'll meet somebody, you'd be like, do you have a girl? And they would just be honest, like, yeah, I do. Or would you find out? And you'd be like, okay, I ain't tripping.
So, guys, as y'all know, don't always be honest. Typically, it takes me being honest, like, me being upfront, for them to kind of...
Saying, like, if you got a girl, I don't care. Like that? Or what?
No. For instance,
now, talking to somebody or have an actually girlfriend? You know, you ask, like, hey, you talking to somebody that you fucking with?
Let me be clear on the fact that I didn't always know if they had a girlfriend. I was honest about the fact of, if you talking to someone else, it's not my business. Honestly, I probably prefer it. Like, because that keeps you off that you don't bother me as much. And that's actually what I wanted. I didn't want nobody that was trying to start a relationship. I didn't want nobody that was trying to be around me or talk to me 24/7. So, yeah, I prefer you to talk to other people. Like, please don't try to, like, don't let me be the only one. Because that's definitely where I was at in my life. So, if they actually had a girlfriend, I don't know, honestly. Again, I didn't even want to talk to you that much for it to be my business. So, yeah, I definitely been more. I know for a fact I probably was, because there was this one dude I was kind of talking to, and he hit me up, honestly, probably the perfect amount. Like, it was very rare. It was very rare. Or he would hit me up, and if I didn't respond, or if I responded rarely, it didn't bother him, which allowed me to know that you mess with somebody consistently. And again, it crossed my mind, but it didn't. Again, it's not my business.
Yeah,
it wasn't my business. At the end of the day, I just feel like it's his job to be honest and to not mess with me. Like, if you got something serious going on, that's
agreed. Yeah, because that's your relationship. I don't have to respect your relationship. You do.
Exactly. And again, especially if I'm not even asking about it and I don't know about it, it's not my problem. I'm not finna just, unless it's somebody that I'm actually really involved with, I'm not even gonna check to know if you mess with somebody. Like, I have to really actually like you, and I wasn't even trying to like nobody like that. So so that's definitely a time when I was, like, willingly a side chick. And again, I'm still at this moment not 100% sure if I ever was a side chick. I don't know what I was. I don't know what you want to call it. So, yeah, Raven.
She didn't really care
at all.
I would definitely say yes. So, like, when James and I got together, I didn't know that and it's kind of weird to say because he wasn't in a relationship, but you know how when you break up but you still talking to that same person? That's how it was. And then this also, when I was talking to this one dude, we were just talking. And like you said, Monique, he was very consistent. Called me all the time, FaceTimed me all the time. We kicked it all the time. But it would just be little things, and I'd be like, it really had me even questioning things. Like, I remember one time we were on FaceTime, and he just hung up. And I was like, this nigga just hang up in my face. So I called him back, and he didn't answer. And I called back, and he was, No, I don't think I called back. He called me and he was like, I had told you I was gonna call you back. And he was like, you can't hear. And he would always tell me I can't hear. So I used to be like, damn, can I really not hear? No, motherfucker, you was lying. And we wasn't in a relationship, but he was talking to multiple girls. So, and I asked him that before. All you have to do is be real about it. Because we weren't in a relationship. We're free to talk to whomever.
Right.
Once we're in a relationship,
Then
okay,
it's a different story. And it's funny because I tell people that all the time, like, you never know. Because a lot of people don't know that I'm open to a poly relationship. A lot of people don't understand, like, the way I think. And trust me, I promise you, people, when they get to know me, they be like, especially dudes, like, even if they're just friends, and strictly friends, they be like, I don't know too many females that think the way I think. So with that being said, you never know what a girl is
So just
into
say it.
or open to. And so be real, because again, the worst they can tell you is no.
That's it.
And again,
at least you
told
held your
them.
truth.
Exactly. At least because y'all always talking about being real. So with that being said, be real.
And let me choose to do with it.
Yeah.
So we do have to wrap it up. We are definitely going to come to another episode about toxicity and all that comes with it. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for tuning in today, and we'll see you guys again.